Lajeunesse on the inside, Ronnie Rocco on the outside of row number 4. Robert Drown Jr., car number 4X, joining the field. This is a 40-lap feature event for the open wheel modified division. Limited sportsmen waiting in the wings. Then we'll bring back the late models for their final 20-lap main event of the evening. You've still got time to fill out an entry blank for the Porter and Chester Institute drawing to be held tonight. If you haven't found their new location, it's directly underneath the announcer's tower. Stop down, see John Marcia and company. Fill out the free raffle ticket. They're going to be giving away 2 free tickets to any event upcoming here at the Speedway. Once again, 24 cars set to do battle, 40 laps the distance. Green flag is out in tonight's modified feature event. Mark's flying in the back of the pack. Things settle down nicely at the front end of the field, running side by side at breakneck speeds. The outside lane slipping a little bit, opens the door to the inside groove. Mark Lajeunesse able to take advantage, now moves up to the 4th spot, directly behind the 0 of Ricky Young. The 8X, Phil Rondo right there, chasing down the 19 of Moose Hewitt. Jerry Pearl on the move with car number 43. Pearl, the current point leader, breaking into the top 8 with car number 43. Phil Rondo testing the waters down on the inside, took a peek on the inside of Moose Hewitt's number 19. Not quite sure he wanted to make that move, tucked back in line. It'll be 4 laps completed this time by. Tommy Fox on board the 54 car, giving it a good ride. Paul Ingalls down off the pace with car number 4 on the apron. We've got the 4X of Robert Drown on the wall on the backstretch. It looks as though the checkerboard 7 of Ricky Knapp was also involved. 4 laps complete, caution is out. Looks as though we've got debris all over the backstretch. Ricky Knapp's number 7 pit side. Robert Drown out checking the 4X car. Looks as though the wrecker will be utilized in removing the car from the backstretch. Number 2. Back under green. It's a battle off the 4th turn. As Phil Rondo went sideways, he collects Jimmy Broderick, the 9 of Chris Jones, and a few other cars as it just doesn't end. Rocco gets tagged by Bob Luck in the 31X, and Tommy Jensen is here. It all started up front. Tommy Fox in the 54 car also involved. Oh, we see the 63 of Danny Galula Jr. also up here. Contact was fairly minimal, but unfortunately some of the top drivers eliminated, including the 31 of Rocco. Chris Jones, car number 9, up against the wall, taking off the helmet to survey the damage on his automobile. We're going to ask all the boys and girls and moms and dads for their cooperation, staying back away from the fence area. As you can see, the folks from security will chase you back to your seat, so why not do it on your own? And that allows everyone to see the action up close and personal. Enjoying the action, folks, as this 40-lapper is turning out to be a rough event for the modified division. But that's nothing new or ordinary, as the open wheel division just enhances the action, and the drivers like it that way. haven't already filed your entry for the free raffle to be held by the folks at Porter and Chester Institute, you still got time to fill one out. You can go home with a pair of tickets to any upcoming event here at the Speedway that you choose. But you've got to file an entry blank for the free raffle. Do it now. The Porter and Chester Institute display is located on the midway, directly underneath the announcer's tower. Clinch green flag being shown to the drivers. They're going to line up side by side, anticipating the green next time around. Moose Hewitt, Phil Rondo, row number 1. Row 2, Mark Lajeunesse and David Gator. Green is out as they come blasting off that 4th turn, high, wide, and handsome. Full throttle up into turn number 1. Hewitt once again has the edge on the inside. Rondo standing tall on the outside, looks for the front running position. Hewitt slip slides just a little bit. It opens the door for Lajeunesse to the inside. Lajeunesse now battling with Rondo for the number 2 position. Through the turns, Rondo and Lajeunesse side by side. Hewitt up front all by his lonesome. Sparks flies, contact is made, but everybody stays pointed in the right direction. Rondo and Lajeunesse continue to run side by side. A tribute to the confidence between the two drivers. Lajeunesse looking low. Rondo looking high as Lajeunesse pours it out up into turn number 1. Challenging for the front spot in this event. Lajeunesse pulls up even alongside the 19 of Hewitt. We could have a change of command through the lead. Through the turn, it's Lajeunesse taking over the lead as he puts Hewitt back to the runner-up spot. David Gator now battling with Rondo for the number 3 position as Jerry Pearl begins to close in with car number 43. Off the turn, once again, Lajeunesse opening up an advantage. Trouble up through the turns as Tommy Fox and Gary Dyer get together. Now we see the 31X of John Bavalaka and the 28 of Dale Holdridge. Looks as though everybody will restart on their own. Sort of amazing, folks, at the speed that these drivers are racing at. To the field, wanting the drivers to anticipate the green next time around, is Mark Lajeunesse and Moose Hewitt in row number 1. Phil Rondo and David Gator in row 2. Jerry Pearl and Bob Potter making up row number 3 as the heavy hitters climb to the front of the field. Jimmy Broderick back out with car number 3, being told he'd better hurry as we are about to cut the field loose once again. Rumbling down the back straightaway. RPMs rise, green flag is out and we're back underway. Rondo takes a quick peek underneath the 19 of Hewitt. Phil Rondo looking to grab off the runner-up honors for the time being as he moves Hewitt back to the 3rd spot. Jerry Pearl on the move with car number 43, now moves the challenge for the 3rd position. Bob Potter also using that low groove to his advantage, gets by the 27 of David Gator, now looks underneath the number 19 of Hewitt. A lot of passing going on up front. The heavy hitters looking to catch up with the leaders. Lajeunesse, the 8 of Rondo, and it looks to be the 43 of Pearl. And we've got problems as the caution flag comes out due to the 12X of Gary Dyer smoking rather heavily. Looks as though Gary Dyer has blown a motor in car number 12X. Tough break, but that was the initial report, and that's what brought out the caution flag. The real veterans battling up front. Lajeunesse, Pearl, Potter, Rondo. That sets up 24 to go. Modified feature time as the open wheel ground pounders looking to. Green flag is out. Mark Lajeunesse has Jerry Pearl on the outside and Bob Potter on his back bumper. Problems through the lines. Tommy Fox jumped out with the 54 car, settles it back down nicely, stands on the throttle, and we stay under green. Lajeunesse able to outpower the 43 of Pearl. And Bob Potter in the one, and Potter down low, Pearl outside. All three veterans right up front. They're joined by the 8X of Phil Rondeau. Real close quarter racing at its best here at the Shoreline Oval. Open wheel racing doesn't get much better than this, folks. Lap after lap, side by side. Bob Potter with 90 career wins in the modified division. Running in that second spot as he battles with Jerry Pearl. Halfway marker coming out this time by. 20 down, 20 to go. And Mark Lajeunesse continues as your pace setter, driving car number 33. Bob Potter gets the better of Jerry Pearl and moves into the number 2 spot. Pearl is back to 3rd. Rondo runs 4th, and 5th is the 27 of David Gaeta. Then it's the 0 of Ricky Young, the 79 of Tommy Jensen, the 7 of Knapp, and the 28 of last week's feature winner, Dale Holdridge. Bob Potter taking a peek to the outside. Lajeunesse up until this point has been able to maintain that number 1 position. Potter has worked his way up through the field. Potter with 2 feature wins this year, as does Jerry Pearl, also 2 wins. As Holdridge slides off the backstretch with car number 28, also sliding off is the 54 of Tommy Fox. And it looks as though Bob Potter may have lost the right front tire on the number 1 car as he was challenged. Actually, he lost both right side tires. And Potter was challenging for the lead when it did happen. So Mark Lajeunesse will have the 43 of Jerry Pearl alongside, the 8 of Rondo directly behind, along with the 27 of David Gaeta. Has been thrown. Three laps complete. We're about to go green once again. Tommy Fox in trouble with the 54 car, loops it up at turn number 1. Caution is out quickly. He rolls it down off the banking. Bobby Lamphere's number 8 car spinning to avoid the 54 automobile. Debris on the racetrack up at turn number 1. Brett Marvin going pit side with the 07 car. Jimmy Broderick back out with the 3 car. Bob Potter quietly working his way up. Already up to the number 9 position, so don't count him out yet. It's a bit too early for that. About to wind him up once again. Lajeunesse down low, has Pearl on the outside. Let's see who wins the drag race into turn number 1. Side by side, they accelerate down the back straightaway. Lajeunesse to the inside, Pearl to the outside. Phil Rondo waiting in the wings. Time by, Lajeunesse had the better. Pearl now has his hands full with the 8X of Rondo. They run second, looking to chase down our leader. "25 laps complete and counting. Mark Lajeunesse on the throttle down the backstretch, opens up some breathing room. Not much, but enough where he is able to maintain the number 1 position. Tommy Fox losing power in the 54 car down on the apron. John Babalaka gets the black flag from Danny Cordaway. And we've got a car, looks to be the 7 car of Ricky Knapp, taking a short run across the infield but heads back out. A quick stop and go on the backstretch. Everybody jumped on the brakes. It shook down okay, and we stay under green. Mark Lajeunesse, Jerry Pearl, and Phil Rondo. That's the top 3. 31X of John Babalaka heads to the infield. Bob Potter quietly up to the 7th spot and closing. Problem is, time may run out before he gets his opportunity to charge to the front of the field. This time by, 30 down, 10 to go, and counting. This is a 40-lap modified feature event, and Mark Lajeunesse out front, driving car number 33. Jerry Pearl runs second with the 43. Then we go to the 8X of Phil Rondo. David Gator currently being shown in the 4th spot. 5th spot is the 0 of Ricky Young. After that is the 1 of Potter, the 79 of Jensen, and the 12 of Lamphere. And counting. Laps beginning to tick off rather rapidly. And Mark Lajeunesse looking for the win in tonight's 40-lap feature event. Lajeunesse, Pearl, Rondo. Then it's Gator, Young, and Potter. That's the top 6. 5 to go now, being posted from the flag stand. 5 more times around. We've got trouble in turn number 1. Ricky Young goes around, tags the 0. As the 0 gets into the 1 of Potter, losing that left front tire. Dale Holdridge went around in an effort to stay off the other cars. It happened so quickly, Potter couldn't quite duck his way around. And Ricky Young sitting up in turn number 1 with the flying 0. "35 laps complete, 5 to go." Our 1991 track champion, Ricky Young, looking to get the flying 0 turned around. Unfortunately, even if he does continue, he'll have to pick up at the tail end. And it looks as though he may have some type of problem with the front steering on the automobile, as the car does not appear to be cooperating properly. Jerry Pearl stops here at the start-finish line. Danny Cordaway going trackside. John Babalaka going pit side with the 31X car. Well, we're not quite sure what transpired, but evidently it has settled down. Clinch green flag going out, signifying we look to go racing next time around. Everybody trying to check out their respective automobiles, making sure everything is proper and set to go racing once again. Front stretch, David Gator out of line with the 27 car. That brings out the caution right quick. Five laps to go. David Gator refires the 27, but unfortunately, he's going to be sent to the back of the pack. Once again, Ricky Young trying to steer the Flying Zero. He's got something broken on the automobile. Was trying to hang on for those valuable track points. This is mid-season championship time. Every point becomes increasingly more important as the season wears on. Track crew headed to the infield. It's going to be a dash as the green flag's about to be displayed. They wind him up on the backstretch, anticipating the green this time by. It's back out, and Lajeunesse gets a good jump off that fourth turn. Out front in, flying into turn number 1. Jerry Pearl in hot pursuit. Phil Rondo, and now comes Tommy Jensen in a 79 car. It's down to a 4-lap shootout as Lajeunesse is out front. Pearl runs second. Then it's the 8X of Rondo, the 12 of Lamphere, the 79 of Jensen. Then it looks to be the 07 of Burt Marvin with time definitely running out.
To the go marker, going out to the field is Mark Lajeunesse, looking for win number 1 in 1993. Jerry Pearl continues to run second. Phil Rondo running third with the 8X. Then it's the 12 of Lamphere, the 79 of Jensen, and the 07 of Burt Marvin. White flag out this time around. Final time around the 1/3 mile oval for the mid-season championship for the open wheel modified Skull and Chucky's Country Store, sponsoring tonight's open wheel modified main event. Your leaders working their way out of turn number 4. We've got trouble as Mark Lajeunesse looks to pick up the win. Jerry Pearl settling for the second spot. The 8X of Phil Rondo, he finishes third. Larry Lamphere settles for the 4th position with car number 12. Well, Joe Golis, he's looking to go down trackside as he's going to have a word with Mark Lajeunesse, the Norwich, Connecticut driver who picked up his first feature victory of the season with car number 33.
Well, it's got to feel good. The second checkered flag this season for the Hair Unique Salons. Sucacia Hair Products, Ideal Service, TLB Auto Machine. We can't forget Branches Radiator, Chet Speed, and Nye Roofing, as they all help sponsor Mark Lajeunesse, well, along with the car number 33 here in the modified division. Tonight, Skull Racing Products and Chucky's Country Stores sponsoring tonight's mid-season championship. The crew already down here. Mark Lajeunesse still inside the race car. It's got to be a good feeling. They work hard. Most of it done in their own garage back in Norwich, Connecticut. It's what they call a real home-built product, and Mark Lajeunesse doing himself proud tonight. He's got their steering wheel off, the helmet off. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's 40-lap modified feature event is Mark Lajeunesse out of Norwich, Connecticut. Once again, the Hair Unique Salon, Sucacia Hair Products, TLB Auto Machine, Nye Roofing, Branches Radiator, Chet Speed, Eastern Electric. A lot of people are helping with finances here. You got a lot of members that work on the car. Mark Lajeunesse, you got to be one happy character right now.
I'm very happy. It's all these people right here that helped me get to where I am. I got to thank Jerry because my front end was pushing so bad. He had plenty of opportunity to knock me out.
Well, you know, you were running real hard on the restarts. You were able to get that half a car length or so on the jump. Evidently, you got a lot of horsepower under the hood.
We got this TLB engine is really terrific. It's got a good power.
Well, you know, you've got a lot of sponsors, a lot of fans, a lot of friends, a lot of help. It's got to help to be a very happy time back in Norwich tonight.
It sure does, and I'd like to thank Joe Catania because he helps me a lot, too, on the handling.
Well, you know, that's one guy we didn't see. Mark, we've got to move along. Again, congratulations. How about it, folks? Another nice round of applause for tonight's 40-lap modified winner.